today we are doing a chair-based yoga practice. It's not very long, maybe 10-12 minutes. And just to try and focus on releasing some tension that can be created from working at desks. And also just some lovely stretches that you can do still while you're at your desk. You don't need to do this in a chair. If you would rather be on the floor, then please feel free to do them on the floor. Just always trying to make sure you're not slouching into your back like I was just doing. So putting a cushion under your hips or being sat against a wall can really help. So from your chair, Parker's given us a beautiful demonstration of a down dog there, which we're not going to do today, but just for your reference. So soles of the feet flat on the floor. And then be aware if you're leaning one side to the other, try and lengthen up your spine. Taking a few deep breaths, closing the eyes, relaxing the shoulders, relax your face. And again, just taking time to arrive into this space. I'm aware that you may be doing this in between meetings, in between kids coming in and going out, so I know that there could be a crazy kind of storm around you. So just trying to find your own peace within that, our calm in the storm. So with that in mind, knowing that there will be sounds, there will be distractions, but we're going to try and not see them as that. We're going to just see them as these things that anchor us into this present moment. They're not distractions, they're just reminders of exactly where we are. Slowly allowing your breath to deepen. And maybe a few times breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just like a sigh. So really inhale. And exhale. Do that as many times as you feel you need to, just to release anything that you're carrying with you. But then try and breathe in and out through the nose if you can. So we're going to start, our breathing exercise is going to be with a neck stretch. So again, this one, even if you just do this on its own, it is such a nice one to draw your attention inwards and just help you slow that breath down. So from your seated position, closing the eyes, and as you inhale, I want you to lift your chin towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, lowering your chin to your chest. There's no prizes for going fast here. So we're really trying to slow everything down. Your movement slows to match your breath. If you've arrived at the top and you're still breathing, then just pause until you're done and then begin your movement again. In this one, I always feel my shoulders creeping up to my ears, so just gently relax them down. So when you're inhaling, we're really trying to feel a stretch on our throat. So lifting up as high as you can, actively dropping the shoulders. And as you exhale, trying to tuck that chin in, draw it to your chest so you can feel a stretch on your neck, maybe even towards the shoulders. Just gently moving between the two, enjoying your breath. I'll cue your breath, but if you're ever out of sync, just remember to breathe. It's the most important thing. The next time you're back to center, just pause in there. We're going to do some rotations. So once again, just reassess your posture. If you find that you've crept down into a slouch position or your shoulders have crept up to the ears, just releasing down with an exhale. Tucking your chin into your chest. And as you inhale, we're going to roll to the right, so bringing the right ear to the right shoulder, lifting the chin to the ceiling. And then as we exhale, down the left side to left ear to left shoulder. And then chin to chest. And again, gently rolling through. Taking your time and really feeling that stress, starting to release some tension from our neck and shoulders. The next time your chin's at your chest, gently change in direction. So we inhale as we lift. And exhale as we lower. Knowing that we'll all be going at different paces as we all have different breath. But just go into yours. The next time your chin is to your chest, just gently lifting the head back to a neutral position. Taking a few deep breaths. Good. Placing your hands onto your shoulders. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. So you might just, lots of these that we're doing, you'll probably just find that you do at your desk anyway. We're just matching them up with breath. So hands on the shoulders, big rolls, bringing the elbows together, really opening up. So I know not all of us may be able to bring the elbows together, but you're squeezing, that's what you're aiming for. Try and draw as big a circle as possible. And don't do what I'm doing there, which is really tilting that pelvis forward. Try and keep your core still, so it's really the movement is coming from the shoulders, not the spine. Changing direction, going the other way. So we're inhaling as we lift and exhale as we lower. Good, gently release there, and then inhale, stretching those arms up. We're going to come into a lateral stretch. So you place your hand on your hip or the side of the chair, and then we're leaning across to the left side. So your right arm is up, or whichever one you have up, but just make sure you do the other side. So you're leaning across, taking your chin up. Just make sure we don't come into a forward fold. It keeps our shoulder open, so it stays as a lateral side stretch. So you're digging down with your right hip, so we're not just leaning over all the way. We're just trying to stretch and lengthen the right side. Good. Release it. I'm going to the other side. And once you're in this position, it's always nice when you open up to inhale as you're creating space, but then just breathe in normally. And in this one we can feel, oh, we can't breathe, we kind of breathe in our collarbone, but actually if you take your attention to your breath, you can breathe a little deeper. Good. And come back to center. Another big inhale up, we're going to come into a rotation. So placing your right hand to your left leg, and we're going to reach behind. So you can either stretch your arm out behind or hold onto the chair and rotate it round. So when you're here, you want to try and inhale and grow tall, and exhale, see if you can rotate a little more. Good. Inhale back up. Exhale to the other side. Good. Back up to center. Then we're going to come, excuse me, into a forward fold. So we're just going to come from the hips, leaning forward, trying to keep it straight back as much as you can, and then release down. Just release your head, neck and shoulders. So something I do like to do here, let me just grab a cushion, is place a cushion on my thighs. So you don't have to do this is just optional. But if you do, you're just laying down and arms to the side and release down. It is amazing how nice this one is. So just allow yourself some time just to relax into it. At first it can feel quite odd, or maybe you're just focusing on the carpet, what's under the desk, looking at your feet. Try and block that stuff out. Maybe close your eyes, or if your eyes are open, try and focus on one thing to avoid monkey eyes kind of moving all over the place. And just breathe. Taking some pressure off our spine, our nervous system. Good. Gently lift back up. That's such a lovely one to do. I've got sniffs now. Okay, we're going to do eagle arms. So we're really trying to pull the shoulder blades apart on this one. So you might have done these in standing practice with your legs. We're just going to do the arm version. So stretching the arms wide, you're going to bring your right arm under the left. So you're crossing the elbows. You can place the hands on your shoulders, or you can lift them up, do back to back, like so the back of your hand, the back of the hand, or if you want to do a double twist, you can try and bring palm to palm. So for me to try and bring palm to palm, I'm ending up in quite a wonky situation. So just adjusting to where you can reach. And then we're going to try and stretch those arms away from us. So try and imagine pulling your elbows away and then lifting the arms up. But again, we're not tilting the pelvis on this one. Try and keep a strong core, just lifting up here. So you should feel a really strong stretch across the top of your back and shoulders. Eyes closed or gazing up to the tip of your fingers. And again, there's a lot going on here, so your breath becomes quite stilted, but there is space to breathe. We just have to take our attention to it. Just keeping a deep breath for 2 more breaths. And release. Stretch those arms out, and then we're going to go to the other side. So your left arm under the right. So again, holding shoulders, back of the hands together, or palm to palm. So whichever one. I know that your sides will be different, so you just have to adjust to each side. Stretching the elbows away from you and then lifting up. Again, eyes closed, on the tips of the fingers. Be aware if your pelvis is tilting, try and draw that belly button in to engage your thighs. For another 2 and 1. Good, relax. Just sweep those arms up. Big stretch up. Releasing down, interlocking your fingers behind your back and just opening up the chest. So chin up. This time you can tilt your pelvis. If you want to, try and lift those hands. If you want to from here, you can bring it into a forward fold and try and lift the arms to the ceiling. And then just release the arms down into your forward fold. Slowly rolling yourself up. Grounding yourself down again, taking a big inhale, lengthening the arms up. Joining the palms together, exhale. Lowering the hands in front of your heart, bowing your head. Thanking yourself for taking the time to stretch out. Namaste.